when I came in office as principal of this school, I came in 2009. When I came in 2009, our population was 2,100 thereabout. Since that time and now, our population has increased. We are currently at 2,552. The instruction that we are able to provide our kids with is a fulsome information that we are able to provide them with. But you know by now that the good can always be made better. And one of the things that I think can make the good better is to have us being removed from the shift system. If you check what is happening now in terms of the shift system from 7 o'clock to 12 o'clock or 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock, we're talking about a total time there of 5 hours. But that does not mean that our kids are given 5 hours of instruction. Because half an hour out of that 5 hours is for break. That means you're left with 4.5 hours. Then you have devotion and registration each day, and that is going to take you another 20 minutes. So by the time you finish, you're only left with 4 solid hours of instruction. If you look at our counterparts, let us say, for example, those who have full day structures, they are able to give 5.5 hours of contact time. It doesn't mean that given more time, you're going to do more with the more time that you're given. But with us being an emerging school and the type of supervision that I produce or give, it would mean for us here at Old Harbour High School that our output would be greater. Let us take, for example, extracurricular activities. I mean, Old Harbour High School, before it became Old Harbour High, when it was Old Harbour Secondary, was primarily built on sports. So we still have sports as a big thing within our calendar here at Old Harbour High School. But with school finishing at 5:20, it does not provide much latitude, much room for kids to participate in extracurricular activity if they are on the afternoon shift. And with the sort of criminal activity that we have in our country and parents becoming fearful and that sort of a thing, it does not lend itself to have fulsome participation in the extracurricular activity. So if we are able to move away from the shift system, then more of our students will be able to participate in extracurricular activity. Teachers will be able to have their extra classes and so on. And it means that as it relates to development of the school, there are a number of activities that you'll be able to take after school. Here it is, NET has now become a part of the shores of Old Harbour High School to assist us to move away from the shift system. So here it is, NET have provided us with 6 additional classrooms, 4 bathrooms, and we want to say to NET, we welcome it. That by itself is not going to remove us from the shift system. So while we welcome and while we say thank you to the Ministry of Education and NET, that by itself will not be able to allow us to move away from the shift system. What it has done for us, because we have opened these rooms unofficially until the 1st of February where we're going to formalize things. What we have done now is that our teachers are currently moving to the students. What we had before, it was the students moving to the teachers. Now the teachers are moving to the students. Teachers are mature people, mature adults. And because they are mature individuals who want to ensure that the curriculum move speedily, teachers move to their classes quickly, much faster than how students stop at the pipe, greet each other, ask questions, how was the movie last night, what was on Facebook, that sort of thing. So that eat away some of the instructional time. So now that our teachers are moving to the students, it means that we are able to give them a little bit more instruction. May I share with you too that one of the beauty out of this building given to us by NET, especially as it relates to the 4 bathrooms, 2 of these bathrooms are for the kids, but 2 are for the teachers. Because the way our setup is here at Old Harbour High School, it is one in which our teacher's bathroom is situated in the staff room, which, depending on where you are on the school compound, might be distance away from your classes. No NET, I've seen it fit that with the staff room so far away, if you're at the lower school teaching, it only makes good sense to have construct bathroom in that local for our teachers. So now our teachers don't have to be rushing up to the main area, to the main staff room to utilize bathroom. And I think that is great initiative on the part of NET. So NET is not just helping students. NET is helping an entire school community so that the school community can maximize on the time that is available so full instruction can be given to our learners. That changed the situation in a positive way, and the positive way that it has changed it, as I shared before, Our teachers are now moving to the students, so our students are given more instructional time. Separate and apart from that, our sixth formers, they never have a place for themselves. So they never had any abiding city. Wherever a classroom is available, wherever a classroom is free, that's where they would have to occupy. Now the sixth formers, their timetable is structured because of net, so they have their own space now. And with them having their own space, what we find happening now is that the space in terms of the classroom is better taken care of because there's total ownership of the space itself. Let us take, for example, extra classes. We're able to participate more in a fulsome way in extra classes because rooms are available. So the kids who are now on the afternoon shift, they are able to come in before the start of school. Once they were not able to come in because there's no way they would be able to get a classroom. Because the junior shift by itself is 1,700 students. And we're talking about 38 classrooms to be divided into 1,700 students. That mathematics was pushing things really out of whack. Now we have these 6 additional, more instruction is given in terms of time. Students are able now to participate in their extracurricular activities, participate in extra classes, and our sixth formers now have a space for themselves that they can call home. As it relates to TEPVOC, it does not affect TEPVOC whether positive or negative because we have a TEPVOC center by itself. Outside of that though, as it relates to STEM, it affects STEM in a positive way because may I share with you that one of the construct of these classrooms, they are constructed with all the modern gadgets available for you to just to string them up, just for you to utilize them. And one of the things that I like about these classrooms is the space that it provides. May I share with you that I've been doing my own observation as this chief instructional leader, and upon my observation, I find that block to be quieter than all the other blocks in the school. Recently we had staff meeting and I shared it with the teachers and the teacher said, Mr. Weir, you are correct. The students are more responsive in the classroom. I think it has to do with the whole construct itself. And I think what NET has done is to construct our classroom in terms of space and technology and the different devices to suit our learners. Because remember, you know, mainstream, Old Harbour High School was built in 1969. Things have changed so much. So research and information is more available. And when you look at aeration, ventilation, there's a whole lot of that there in comparison to the classrooms we had before. The classrooms we had before, one door in, one door out. NET classroom is a different setup. So let us say, for example, the construct we had before, one set of windows. Here it is, NET have windows right around. So the ventilation is greater, aeration is greater, and I hope that we can participate in a tour so that not just NET and the Ministry of Education, but the entire Jamaica can see what a setup is supposed to be as it relates to modern facility that is going to ensure that our learners learn and that our learners are able to participate actively in the business of teaching and learning. Because the environment that we put our children in is critical to the learning outcomes that you are going to get. And with this sort of structure that we have received, it is impacting in that way already. Very well, because may I share with you, when we opened the building, we had an overflow taking place. The kids didn't want to use the original bathrooms that we have. To the point where weekend just gone, I had to change the 12 toilets in the original girl bathrooms because all of a sudden they said they can't flush and the chain is too hard to pull and all sorts of complaint. But so the children are responding in a positive way. They want to have their classes there because of the space, because of the aeration, because of the light intensity that is there, and because of the bathroom setup. A first world bathroom setup is there now. It's not like the traditional chain that they were pulling, because that's what we had before, the industrial type. No, it is the modern facility that we have for our kids. All the technological devices, we have been made for them. Because let us take, for example, what I saw, and the only place I saw it was when I went to university in the States, when I went to LSU. At the board where the teacher would facilitate instruction itself, you just press a light switch and the light comes right over the whiteboard, the chalkboard itself. That by itself is interesting, and I think that too center the attention of the students in one direction. Outside of that, let us say, for example, internet ports. All of those things are available in one setting. All the individuals need to do is to plug their different devices in it, and they are gone. And I am encouraging our teachers, because I mean, through e-learning, we have obtained some e-learning equipment, multimedia, cameras, the different devices, but we have been having challenges with them. And I mean, a school size like this, where you have 2,552 students, 133 teachers, they could not provide us with all the different equipment. I have said to our teachers recently that as it relates to laptop is a tool of the trade. Every teacher needs to get a laptop. So I'm now putting a document together for the Board of Governors here to assist our teachers in terms of obtaining their own laptops, because it's a tool of the trade. And what I'm happy about now is that here it is, NET is facilitating that by ensuring that every classroom has a setup for the technological devices. That is working well. My proposal to the Board of Governors now will be, because it's a read bed, and I plan to use this read bed in many directions. Well, one, it is satisfying the school as it relates to taking care of the school waste. Only 6 classrooms, 4 bathrooms is being attached to it currently, which means that it is going to be underutilized. What we intend to do, because we have been having some challenges with our system, we intend now to tie our system, our original system, into that system, because it can facilitate this system and another school. That's how massive it is. The part of it that I like is the setup, and I would love to have not just primary school, but other high schools in the area. And that is why I'm exposing my teachers as much as possible to it, for them to know the science, the ins and out of it, so that we can have workshop with other schools, so that students can understand, especially those students who are doing environmental science, those students who are doing the physics and the chemistry, the science behind it. Because it's not just a SOA system. It's a SOA system that comes in with a lot of science and technology. So we want to get in touch now with SRC to assist us with the scientific part of it, along with our teachers, so that our students at the end of the day does not just use a toilet and flush a toilet, but they must also know the processes that takes place wherein, when they flush that toilet, what happened, where that water goes, how that water is now able to be utilized back, and even the planting material that we have down there, because there are set of planting material that also assist in the process. So we want to use it as a total educational, developmental site, for not just for students at Old Harbour High. We want to say to students in and around Old Harbour, especially the Old Harbour group of schools and other schools, come in, look at this facility, let it be used as it relates to your school-based assessment, your IAs as well, and that's where we want to take it.